Hello humans, this is Retro Rocket Man back again with another video. I've grabbed this Barbie from an op shop and I think it'll make a good Aloy from the Horizon Zero Dawn video game. She's got all the right proportions and look about her. The hair's a little bit off, but I can colour that later. Even down to the facial expressions, quite close. Not going to be perfect, but it's going to be alright. I'm going to start by using Milliput, which is a two-part epoxy. Once moulded together, gives you a plasticine-like consistency, and you can shape it to just about anything you want, and it dries really hard. Because the feet are so small, she won't stand up on her own, so I need to make them a bit more proportionate to her body and also make her more stable when she stands. So it's a pretty simple process. You just knead and mould it to the shape you want, and you can also smooth it out with water and or sculpting tools. Starting to take shape now. That's looking much better. A bit more proportionate to her legs. Once this stuff dries, it's rock hard. You can sand it and drill it. Good stuff. Now she has a bent elbow, so I need to straighten it out. So I'm just going to perform a bit of surgery here. And look away if you're squeamish. There you go. Just sanding out the rough edges now. Just clean it up a little bit. I'm going to pack this out with Milliput and join it back together again in a straight line. So I'm going to use a nail to reinforce the join. I'm going to drill a hole into there and into the other one, the other part of the arm, and then put the nail in it and pack it out with Milliput. And once that's cured and dried, it's going to be rock solid. Just extending the arm so it's about the right length compared to the other one. And just getting the position the best way I like it. And now I'm packing it out with the Milliput. Smooth it out with some water just to make it blend better to the arm. This material is an acrylic gap sealer that I've spread out onto some plasticine with an impression pushed into it to give me like a fishnet look. And once it's dried, I can cut it like material and mould it to whatever I like. And I'm just gluing it to the body of the doll now. This is the bodice part. And I'll be creating many layers of clothing using this same method. So it's quite easy. You can cut it to whatever shape you like, and it's also very paintable. Flexible, paintable, durable. Everything you want to make clothes for dolls, or in this case, action figures. example of how I did it. In this case, I'm squeezing it out onto baking paper, and I'm just spreading it out with a sponge, not making it too thin but not making it too thick. And basically spread it to the desired thickness and try to get it as smooth as you like. What it'll do is it'll pick up the impression from the paper on the other side. So this is what you're looking at here is basically going to be the underside that I'm using, and it won't stick to the fully stick to the baking paper, so you can quite easily remove it. Naturally, it's going to be thinnest at the edges, but you'll see as I pull it away that it's picked up a lot of wrinkles from the paper, but it's given it a leathery look. It's quite easy to trim and cut to whatever shape you want. I usually let this sit to cure for about a day, so I come back to it the next day and it's fine. This all depends on how thick, of course, you've made it. So you can see how it's got all the properties and look of leather, just what I'm after. So I've cut out the skirt area of the figure, and now I'm just painting it according to the character's design. And now I'm just starting to paint the clothing, or the, I don't know what you'd call it, the bodice, the top part of the figure. And here I have got some faux fur, and I'm just painting it down to give it a more closely resembled look to the character, just using an acrylic paint. This will naturally just calm down the fluffiness. I'm just using more of the acrylic material to make different accents on the costume. All of it's paintable, so it's all starting to come together quite nicely. I've wrapped the legs in the same material. And I've just got some packing mesh to put more interest in the character. Carefully gluing it on. Just putting some finishing touches and detailing on her feet. She has this weird little thong-like shoe moccasin. I've created some of the hardware that she wears. Doing more paint finishings. Creating her arrows from skewer. Again, just the feathers on the arrows are made with the same acrylic material. Very versatile. It's just a bit of twine I've found, and I'm just gluing that to the back. Also made the pouches from Milliput. I've coloured the hair just with some red and orange textures, so she's not quite as blonde as she was before. She's coming along, starting to take shape now. Thought her lipstick was a bit too much, so I'm just removing that, and I'm just going to calm that down and paint it with a lighter colour. used a nail polish remover. This one's non-acetone, and it does the job nicely. Yeah, she's starting to look a lot more like Aloy. So here's the finished product, fellow humans. I think she's come a long way from the basic doll we had at the start. My wife did the hair for me because I couldn't braid hair to save my life. And I think it's looking very much like the character's hairstyle. I put a bit more fluff on the shoulders. You can see the rope on the back, texture on the legs, the beadings, just some beads I found. I think it's turned out quite well. So there you have it, humans. This is my attempt at making Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. And I just mocked up a box and put her in that, and I gave it to Pearlescent Moon because this is one of her favourite games and characters. And she was chuffed. So this is Retro Rocket Man. Hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, humans, wherever you go, there you are. Over and out.